What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers. And I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. I just did a video on James Bond 25, which is gonna be the next installment in the whole James Bond franchise. And that video was talking about how James Bond is going to be crafted and poised to reflect the Me Too era. And I told you that movie's gonna bomb because of that shit. Well, let's go deeper down the rabbit hole. As you can see, we have James Bond actor Ben Whishaw pushes for a substantial gay character to join the 007 franchise. The actor is not suggesting Bond himself, but a character in the cast. God damn it. Super Shagger spy James Bond is certainly going through some uncertain times. In the wake of Generation Woke and Me Too, even the term Bond girls is ridiculously under threat. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm not even going to go into that. Likely departing Bond, Daniel Craig felt he couldn't rule out the character morphing into Jane Bond, while producer Barbara Broccoli said female roles will become more complex and interesting. But one issue yet to be addressed publicly is the lack of any major gay, or as we are meant to say these days, LGBTQI plus characters. Step forward, Bond actor Ben Whishaw, who I'm told is lobbying for the inclusion of a substantial character who happens to be gay. Oh man. Sources stressed he's not suggesting Bond himself, rather a character in the supporting cast. It's a strong argument. The lack of a gay character feels like a real oversight, and Whishaw is right to use his influence to add weight to one being included. You know, first off, Ben Whishaw is the guy who plays Q in the new James Bond movies, with Daniel Craig. I've talked about this several times. I said this in the last video. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm sick and tired of all of you SJWs ruining everything. I've said in the past, who cares about the sexuality of a person, the race of a person, the gender? These are things that can't be helped, okay? These are things that are intrinsic to certain people, and it is what it is. It shouldn't be touted as the first fucking thing ever. Oh my god. Okay. Why? Real simple question. Why? Why do you need a gay person on James Bond? For what reason? For what reason? Now, as far as maybe in the story, if it fits, I get it. But why do you need? Why? Like, what is the point? You know, this shit where, and I'll tell you why. I know the real answer, and I've said this 1,000 times. People like this guy, Ben Whishaw, all he's doing is using this as a springboard for him to get pats on the back. He could give a fuck less about a gay person being on staff or not. He don't care. Like, I'm telling you that he doesn't. It doesn't matter. Now, I'll give you an example of how it does work. Anyone who follows James Bond watched Skyfall. The villain, Raul Silva, happened to be gay. They didn't sit there and harp on it all movie. They didn't sit there and say, hey, the guy's gay. They didn't keep referencing it. There was just one scene. I mean, he was kind of acting flamboyant in the movie, but there was one scene in particular. A lot of y'all know the scene I'm talking about, where he had James Bond tied up, and I believe I have it here. Yeah, it was on Wikipedia. Hold on, I'll just get to it. Yeah, here it is. The scene in which Silva and Bond first meet raised eyebrows amongst critics and fans alike for its supposed homoerotic subtext. In the scene, Silva strokes Bond's thighs and chest while interrogating the secret agent who's tied to a chair. Silva: look what she's done to you. Bond: yes, well, she's never tied me to a chair. Silva: her loss. Begins tracing along Bond's chest with his finger. Bond says, are you sure about this, M? Silva: it's about her and you and me. We are the last two rats, and we can either eat each other, and he grins, or we can eat everyone else. Ah, you're trying to think back to your training. What's the regulation to cover this? Oh well. He strokes Bond's thighs. There's a first time for everything. Bond: what makes you think this is my first time? Silva: oh, Mr. Bond. Okay. So this guy, the screenwriter John Logan, who happens to be gay, basically, to paraphrase what he says, is he just wanted to play with the whole cat and mouse thing. Because if you watch James Bond, there's always that interaction, not like this, but there's always interaction between the villain and James Bond. And it was creative. I will admit, it was creative. It was kind of awkward when I first saw it, and it was funny as fuck. But it kind of made sense, because within the whole James Bond universe, when you really think about it, James Bond is a guy who's willing to get the job done, to stop world destruction and domination from these fucking crazy demented villains. So, I mean, if the bad guy happens to be a gay dude and he's flirting with him, James Bond's he's gonna have to take one for the team in order to stop him. If that's what he has to do, he's gonna do it. So I kind of understand it, so it works out. Plus, Javier Bardem, superb actor. That's my point. When I heard that he was gonna be the actor, and when I saw the trailer and shit, I love Javier Bardem. You know, No Country for Old Men, this and that. Great fucking actor. I didn't sit there and say, you know, I wonder if he's gonna be gay or not. Like, who cares? I don't care. He's a great actor. That's what I'm talking about. And I said this about one of my other favorite actors, Neil Patrick Harris. He's an actor who happens to be gay. He's not out here flaunting his sexuality. He's just chill. He's whatever, you know, just does his thing. And not every fucking time you see him, he has to remind you that he's fucking gay. Nobody fucking cares. Gay people have been around since the beginning of time. So this whole idea that, well, I have to be the good guy and put a gay person in to 007 for what? For what? What do you need a gay person standing around for? I mean, if it doesn't, number one, fit the storyline, if the person's not a good actor, I'm not gonna have them around. I don't care if they're gay, straight, bisexual, trans. I don't care. I want the best. I want good actors. And by the way, they already started shooting James Bond 25. I got the alert like a couple days ago. So you mean to tell me now they have to stop production and go find some dude that happens to be gay just to virtue signal to everybody, hey, look, we included a gay person? Who fucking cares? Just give me a good James Bond film, please. That's all I ask for. I'm telling you, this is gonna bomb. Another thing, while I was searching all this shit, Netflix is doing a listen to this, a gay James Bond like series. Now that's gonna bomb as well, and I've talked about this too when I talked about the transsexual Spider-Man. Why is it gonna bomb? Because you're prefacing. I want you to pay attention to how these ideologues talk. I said this with the transsexual Spider-Man thing. Gay James Bond. What they're going to do, and mark my words, it's going to happen like clockwork. They're going to make it about the guy's sexuality. It's not going to be about this dude doing secret agent shit, beating people up, shooting motherfuckers, blowing shit up. It's not going to be about that. It's not going to be about espionage. It's not going to be about wacky villains, over the top villains. No. I guarantee you it's going to be all about this dude being fucking gay. That's it. That's what it's going to be, and that's why it's going to bomb. Now, if Netflix said, hey, we're doing a secret agent series along the lines of James Bond, it's going to be awesome, all types of action, we're putting a slight twist on it, we're not going to say, dude, people will go and say, you know what, let me go see what this is, put a trailer out. People might go and see it, and if the dude happens to be gay, so be it. But when you're prefacing it, like, look, see, that, I have no interest in it. There's a lot of people that are going to have no interest in it. I'm telling you right now. That's going to bomb too. But a lot of y'all don't understand the hashtag, shout out to the quartering, shout out to diversity in comics, get woke, go broke. A lot of you do not understand this shit. A lot of these things have to start bombing. A lot of us are just going to vote with our wallets. And you're going to see all these stupid little things that you're doing in order to be good people, and instead of concentrating on your craft, is going to fuck you. So yeah, James Bond, I'm really not looking forward to it. I mean, even though it is Daniel Craig's last one, and I love Daniel Craig, the way it's going is putting a sour taste in my mouth. You know what I mean? I'm not liking it. Shout out to Daniel Craig. Shout out to Javier Bardem. Both great actors to me. Javier Bardem did a great job as Raul Silva. But yeah, this isn't looking. I'm not happy about this, because this is turning into another franchise that is just becoming warped due to far leftist ideologues, and I'm done. Tell me what you think. Do you think, hey, listen, is it maybe I'm wrong? And that's the other thing. One more thing. I know another reason why a lot of these people are doing this sort of shit is because of Captain Marvel making $1 billion. So a lot of people believe, oh, well, now we can do the woke shit and not worry about creativity. We don't have to do any hard work. We just have to put women up front, put minorities up front, and it don't have to be good. We'll just do that and say that we're good people and we'll just make $1 billion. No, the reason why Captain Marvel made that money is because Kevin Feige was smart enough to put it in between Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, because hardcore fans would have wanted to go see, well, does this have anything to do? What's the connection between Infinity War and Endgame with this movie? That's why I made that money, not because of intersectional feminism or any of that nonsense. Don't believe that shit, because they still haven't learned. As soon as that all-female Avengers comes out, that Brie Larson is touting, that thing is gonna bomb so fucking bad. I can't wait. I can't wait for that to bomb. All these movies, I can't wait for them to bomb. But do what you want. Hell, I'm just a consumer. I'm just a fan. What do I know? Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Please share my video. Upvote the fuck out of it. And that's it. Peace, bitches.